Now at 11, Portland area first responders pull 2 bodies from the Willamette River. What we know. Plus, ports across Washington state are preparing for tariffs to kick in with a warning of what's to come.
It's not a light switch. They can just turn it on and off.
And we get a first look at the new Clackamas County courthouse leaders say was desperately needed.
There are big moments happening in these buildings, and people need to be comfortable.
Thanks so much for joining us here at 11. I'm John Adams. We're going to start off tonight with the efforts by the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office to recover a body that washed ashore. This one was reported at Cathedral Park around 8:15 tonight. This is now the 7th body to be recovered from Portland waterways in the past 3 weeks. This after the Sheriff's Office recovered a body from the Willamette just earlier today. This was the scene around 3 this afternoon just north of the Steel Bridge. The Sheriff's Office will take both bodies to the medical examiner to find out their identities and causes of death. The Sheriff's Office previously said they have no reason to believe any of the deaths are connected. To catch up on the previous recoveries and for further details, visit our website kgw.com. You can also download our free KGW News app or stream on your own time at KGW+. All right, turning now to weather and taking a live look outside through our Rose City Skycam, where you can still see the lights from the Cinco de Mayo fiesta. We had a cooler and mostly dry day to start the weekend. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri is joining us now. Joe, we were behind on our rainfall in April. How's the start of May looking for us?
We're at a deficit so far. I know it's only 3 days, so we can easily catch up. Nothing to worry about, but we do have some watches and warnings to talk about. It's a frost advisory that will be taking effect throughout the central and southern part of the Willamette Valley at midnight, and then it stays in effect until tomorrow morning. Temperatures, John, will be dropping very quick. We're not going to have much in terms of cloud cover. Take a look at Salem. You're going to be seeing overnight lows just above freezing, and there will be some areas of frost really throughout the outlying areas, but we warm up really quick. Now, that frost advisory is not in the Portland area. It's basically Salem and parts of Eugene and Corvallis. You'll be seeing some cool temperatures as well. And so we've been talking about this earlier. You might want to, remove those plants if you haven't, that are kind of sensitive. If you haven't had a chance, maybe wrap them up real quick, just protect them from the cold temperatures. But as we go into the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine and really pleasant temperatures as well. The showers have been kind of continuing a little bit the last couple of hours over into the eastern side of the state. Meanwhile, up and down the I-5 corridor, we are looking at dry conditions throughout tomorrow morning. So your cycling forecast can be a great day to jump on the bike. You're going to be looking at temperatures, though, kind of on the cooler side to start things off in the low 40s. But by late morning, we'll be in the mid to the upper 50s. And tomorrow, we'll be looking at another pleasant day. And I do have some warm weather in the forecast. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes.
All right, Joe, thank you. We'll see you later in the show. We have an update now on a murder investigation from last weekend. Portland police this morning arrested the suspect who allegedly shot and killed 44-year-old Joshua Manahan. Rodney Araguin was booked on murder and robbery charges. It's after police were called to a shooting in downtown Portland last Sunday night near South Harbor Drive and South Harrison. Manahan died of his injuries in the hospital. We have new information about a homicide investigation in Vancouver we first reported on at 5 this evening. Detectives say the victim was shot. Officers were called to Southeast French Road just west of 19th Street just after 4 this morning. There they found a man seriously hurt. He was taken to the hospital but died of his injuries. Detectives are looking into a report of a suspicious car in the area to see if there's any connection. Also in Vancouver, officers arrested a man for child sex crimes following a tip from the FBI. They were informed yesterday after a search warrant in Utah uncovered an online chat room centered around child pornography. They identified Caleb Mormantz of Vancouver as a suspect. He's now booked into the Clark County Jail on 17 felonies, including rape of a child and multiple child exploitation charges. The investigation continues. The auto industry is bracing for higher prices as more tariffs kick in today. That includes a 25% import tax placed on all foreign-made cars and parts. which could translate into a price hike between $2,000 and $12,000 per vehicle. Car dealers say all this uncertainty is weighing on the industry.
Cars are built throughout the world between parts and, cars being built here, but parts coming overseas. So it is a little bit of a mess for us right now.
Because the value of your car will increase, your insurance premium may also go up. And there's cargo chaos in Washington state as suppliers race to beat a looming wave of tariffs on foreign goods. A trainload of empty shipping containers are heading south from Everett, sent to help store a growing surplus of goods entering the U.S. from around the world as global suppliers rush to beat the looming tariff deadline. Port officials across Washington are anticipating a slowdown when the president's tariffs ultimately go into effect.
It's not a light switch. They can just turn it on and off. The uncertainty our small and medium-sized businesses are having are whether or not they're even going to be able to stay in business throughout the year.
Few people understand better than our ports that you don't need these tariffs to last very long for them to have a very big impact.
Port of Everett officials say they're used to adapting to change, but they won't know the true impact until tariffs kick in. Back in Oregon, the new Clackamas County Courthouse is almost open and ready for business. It stands 6 stories, 257,000 square feet, and will be open to the public as soon as May 19th. Our Celine Stevens was there this morning during the ribbon cutting for the new $313 million building. She heard from current and former leaders on why this was a necessary project.
And this will last generations and generations.
A new and improved Clackamas County Courthouse was celebrated during Saturday's ribbon cutting. Former and current county officials, judges, and more came out to see the new building, which broke ground in early 2023. The hope for a new courthouse has been alive since the 60s.
There were 50,000 people in Oregon at the time, and all our departments at the county were in that building. Now there's over 400,000, and that building just could not accommodate that.
The need evident now more than ever due to Clackamas County's growing population, but also for safety reasons.
People walked in the same pathways as prisoners. As you know, there was no separation between the judges and the prisoners.
It's less than a foot from falling off the edge into the river. That's not going to happen most likely, but it's been a dangerous situation for years. It's a building you don't want to be in unless you have to.
The new courthouse, impressive compared to the previous one.
Well, it's about 6 stories. It's 257,000 square feet. Some people say it's opulent. It's not really opulent.
When it comes to the cost, former chair of Clackamas County Board of Commissioners Tootie Smith reaffirmed the $15 million payments per year for the courthouse will be done without raising taxes.
We saved money. We implemented a chart of accounts. That means every department at Clackamas County had to allocate for every single dollar they spent. There was no wasted money.
The funding also came from a 50% match from the state. The expectation, once it opens on May 19th, that it'll serve the community for the next several decades.
It's very, very indicative of Clackamas County, and I'm very proud of that.
Celine Stevens, KGW News.
Well, check this out. Opening day at the Gresham Farmers Market brought out the crowds for the market's 39th year. The market runs from the first Saturday of May to the final Saturday of October. In total, the Gresham Market features 170 vendors, and organizers have the goal of growing it to nearly 200.